And I'm your host, Janae Sky. It's with a heavy heart that we start today's episode. This past week, our hearts collectively sank as news broke of the passing of a beloved actor, artist, and a familiar face who brought joy to millions. Malcolm Jamal Warner, most famously known for his unforgettable role as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, has died at the age of 54. It's a profound loss, and one that has sent ripples through Hollywood and beyond. Today, we want to take a moment to honor his life, his legacy, and the incredible impact he had on culture and entertainment. For many of us growing up, he was the older brother we wished we had. Malcolm Jamal Warner started acting at just 9 years old, even appearing in shows like Fame. But it was at a young age, as a teen in 1984, that he stepped into the role that would define a generation. Theodore Huxtable, the only son of Cliff and Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show. The show, which ran for 8 groundbreaking seasons, was more than just a sitcom. As Malcolm Jamal himself eloquently stated, it legitimized the black middle class in a way television hadn't before. He spoke about receiving tens of thousands of fan letters from people, black and white, who finally saw a reflection of themselves, a positive portrayal that defied stereotypes. It celebrated excellence, family, and black joy. His portrayal of Theo earned him a Primetime Emmy nomination in 1986 for Outstanding Supporting Actor. He was truly a part of something historic. The show wrapped in 1992 on its own terms, still at the top. As Warner recalled, they were all ready to live our own lives and had pretty much said all that we could say. But, of course, years later, the shadow of Bill Cosby's misconduct allegations cast a long, painful pall over the series. Malcolm Jamal Warner was candid about his sadness, acknowledging that the sitcom's legacy had been tarnished. He shared his deepest concern in a 2015 interview, saying, and I quote, "My biggest concern is when it comes to images of people of color on television and film. We've always had The Cosby Show to hold up against that. And the fact that we no longer have that, that's the thing that saddens me the most, because in a few generations, the Huxtables will have been just a fairy tale." He truly understood the profound cultural weight of that show and the void left behind. It speaks volumes about his character that even amidst personal disappointment, his focus remained on the broader representation of his community. But Malcolm Jamal Warner was so much more than just Theo Huxtable. He worked tirelessly to show the world his multifaceted talents, proving his artistry extended far beyond acting. He was a Grammy-winning musician. Yes, you heard that right. In 2015, he won a Grammy for Best Traditional R&B Performance for his song Jesus Children. And just last year, in 2023, he was nominated again for Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. He spoke with CNN in 2017 about his music and becoming a father, saying, "Being a new parent, I have a lot of new material for the music. It's really awesome. And right now, my daughter's 4 months, so I don't have to tell her no." Imagine the joy and inspiration a new life brought to his creative process. And his acting career never really slowed down. He had a remarkably consistent and diverse resume, appearing in beloved shows like Touched by an Angel, Community, Key and Peele, Suits, Sons of Anarchy, and American Horror Story. He starred opposite Eddie Griffin in the sitcom Malcolm and Eddie for 4 seasons. More recently, you would have seen him on The Resident, The Wonder Years reboot, Grownish, and 911. His range was undeniable. The circumstances of his passing are profoundly sad. Malcolm Jamal Warner died at the age of 54 in a drowning accident in Costa Rica, where he was on vacation with his family. Reports indicate that people on the beach tried to help him, but he was declared dead by the Red Cross. It's a sudden and tragic end to a life that had so much more to give. Malcolm Jamal Warner was more than an actor. He was a cultural touchstone, a Grammy winner, a thoughtful commentator on representation, and a devoted father. His commitment to portraying the richness and complexity of the Black experience, whether through acting, music, or his podcast, leaves an immeasurable legacy. He fought to ensure that the fairy tale of the Huxtables would be remembered not just as fiction, but as a groundbreaking, authentic portrayal, and that the reality of Black life in all its facets would be seen and celebrated. Our deepest condolences go out to his family, friends, and all who loved him. His light shone brightly, and he will be truly missed. Thank you for joining us today on LFM as we honored Malcolm Jamal Warner. Please share your memories of him on our social media. You can find us at LFM Media on all platforms. Tune in next time for more LFM podcasts.
Welcome to LFM Media, your source for trending news, sports, comedy, and entertainment. Subscribe today.